So I just got done doing a little body weight workout. I did some kettlebell stuff earlier, and I just want to talk about people's impressions of kettlebell training and how I think a lot of people that train primarily with barbells and dumbbells, I just don't think they get it. Now, I'm going to start this by saying I trained with barbells and dumbbells for a very long time. I was in the barbell strength, power building sphere, and, I followed like Ripto, and I was really into that, and like 531 and that type of programming and training. And there was a distinct period where all I cared about was my numbers for overhead press, squat, and deadlift. And I did that for a while. Prior to that, I did follow bodybuilding style training, which is going to be more things like T-bar rows and dumbbell press for chest, and side lateral raises with dumbbells, machines, things like that. And you're just really all focused on hypertrophy. I did that, both of those styles of training, for a long time. I got bored with it. I tried kettlebells. It was fun. It was new. And I always see these guys that are really big into that commenting on kettlebells on social media, that it's like a joke. And you'll see their little brigade of followers comment in like, yeah, kettlebells are stupid and whatever. And it's like, I'm looking at these people and honestly, I'm thinking, my physique is better than yours, bro. Like, what are you talking about? I train with kettlebells and body weight, and I look better than you do. And as someone who's done both, though, and now that I have 3 years of kettlebell training under my belt, what I would say is that people underestimate kettlebells. They think that you're just dancing around with a 16 kg bell and doing windmills and swings with this little light weight, and they don't understand. They get so hyper fixated on the fact that the kettlebell is the suboptimal tool. And I'm going to say that a suboptimal tool that you're going to be having that's accessible and you use all the time is going to be better than a very optimal tool that you can't get to the gym often, or you're not going to stick to it. And for a lot of people, because of the versatility, like a kettlebell, you could buy 1 or 2 or 3 or more, leave it in your apartment, your house, take it with you in the car, go to the park, whatever. It's just so accessible and scalable because of that. And I think that aspect gets really overlooked. But if you train really seriously with a kettlebell, and I mean not just swings, but I think swings are a great exercise. If you train like clean and press and you take it seriously, and you get up to doing like clean and push press with a heavier weight to get your strict press up, and you do things like rows and overhead press, clean and push press, clean and jerk, these type of movements, snatches, like with like a 20 kg, a 24 kg, if you start doing these kind of movements, double cleans, front squats, you're going to build muscle. Even just offset single arm front squats, if you take it seriously, you're going to build an impressive physique and you're going to get strong. And I just think people get so wrapped up in dogma because humans are tribal, and we never like to admit that there's more than one way to do things. We like our one way to be the de facto way. And with training, I see this all the time. People are so wrapped up in, I deadlift 405, and that kettlebell stuff is for wusses. And that's the attitude they have, is that it's a joke. And look, I've been somebody that lifted heavier, and look, I trained primarily with kettlebells, and I walked into a commercial gym and overhead push pressed 155 pounds, actually like 2 weeks ago. So I think I have room to talk on this subject, and that's with just training with kettlebells and body weight, no barbells, for a very, very long time. And I can throw up 155 overhead, and I'm someone that weighs under 150 pounds. So that being said, I just think what I've learned the longer I've done this and as long as I've been training is that like intention and intensity are more important than the tool. If you understand programming and just the intensity is there and the intent is there, it's just, you're going to see results. It doesn't matter what the tool is. If you follow just the basic principles of hinge, squat, push, pull, carry, take or leave the carries in my opinion, but it's for another video. But that's not sexy, and that doesn't sell, and that doesn't rile up people on Instagram and YouTube. So training isn't that complicated. It's really what I just said. So they're all tools. They all have their strong suits, and I'm not saying dumbbells don't have their place too and can't be cool. They can be. I've used them. I have definitely used them. But they're just one way to do things, and that's it. That's all I got. Later.